Good evening. Yeah, like I said, I was unable to put anything out. Yeah, I explained it all. War. What is it good for? I think that was that Edwin Starr, I believe. You know, Otis Redding, John Lennon. If that's sort of, what have we got now? Taylor fucking Swift. If we had these musicians who wrote great songs, beautiful songs, you know, and not with a great amount of effort, because they were just natural. I believe that we've all got incredible skills that are all different from each other. I mean, and not a lot of people through what's the average lifespan? 83, is it? 83. I'm sure it's a bit lower than that now, as an average. You know what? I wish that would focus in, because that's almost an orange moon set behind, you know, illuminating these clouds, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful night. And yeah, this head torch is attracting. Tonight I have literally eaten the bugs. And I don't like it. Yeah, we've all got our own unique abilities and skills, and some people get to realise what they are, you know, what their gifts are. We've all got gifts. Well, no, I don't. Yeah, maybe all of us have. You know, I had to. How beautiful is that? It's a little toad. So yeah, gifts. Not everyone gets to realise what their gifts are. Again, apologies for the blurred screen. Some people go right to 83, for example, and never knowing or realising or encouraging or focused on their unique gifts. They are gifts. And yeah, do you know, if it wasn't for this collection of sick, twisted, completely devoid of what we know, what humans, real people know as a true reality of life, they've never experienced that. So I believe that there's so much information sent from mother and father to child genetically. You know, I think, you know, the whole mental health thing, I do believe that mental health can be hereditary. yeah, having an addictive personality. The list is endless. But I think that you can also take some of that hereditary makeup, if you like. Even the negative ones, everything can be turned around. You know, you can turn negative into positive, and vice versa. And yeah, this yin yang symbol that you can see on your screen now, it's obviously I picked something that's a little bit more ornate. But the original yin yang sign, that predates Christianity by well over 1,000 years plus. And to me, it's up there in the top 5 most powerful symbols, because you look at it and the simplicity of an original yin yang symbol is ridiculous. Yeah, there is a certain degree of symmetry that's, you know, symmetry is quite difficult to achieve to perfection. Someone camping in those bushes again. I might try that. Can you hear them? I won't stop. I might creep them out. Yeah, I might actually do that myself. Who knows? But yeah, it's a very, very simple symbol. But when you really look at it, I mean really look at it, there's just so much information there about light and dark, you know, an element of goodness in bad people, an element of bad in good people. The list goes on. It's about complete opposites that are intrinsically connected. And yeah, even good people, there are, I can imagine that to varying degrees, all of the people that are listening to me now are likely to be really, really good people. Now, Jordan Peterson, who I really like, I like him. I do like him. You know, he does talk some sense. You know, he's got a very personal, unique, intelligent perspective on things that's really interesting. I find it really interesting. And there was I mean, I've got one of his books at home that I've never read. But yeah, he said so many things that have been, you know, really, really thought-provoking and challenging in some ways and inspiring in others. But there was one thing that he said in particular that really sticks. So if someone mentions Jordan Peterson, I'll think of this. And that thing is that there's a monster. We're animals. We are animals. Yeah, we can walk, talk, make music, you know, do art. You know, a lot of chimps can do that. There is something different about us. And unbelievable amounts of potential. So much potential. but we've been kept subdued and enslaved for far too long, and all that's coming to an end. But yeah, there was this one particular thing he said. He said, someone they were discussing about this like suppression of negativity and anger and rage, so that we were a more calm and civil society, which could potentially make war a thing of the past, which I kind of get the feeling that could be part of what they're actually. I love that sound, so calming. Yeah, maybe they are. I've heard from people that I hold in quite high regard as being pretty stand up, saying that a lot of the reason why people have been so easily subdued into making very, very stupid decisions, and even not looking into reform, just jumping on the bandwagon, stuff like that, without actually looking into Tice, looking into Farage, looking into the funding behind the party. They just jump on the bandwagon. So just very naive, and yeah, there's a lot of words that would cover that. But yeah, anyway, so Jordan Peterson's argument was no, we should absolutely not start to think or be like that or do that. He said that you should dig, depending on the kind of person you are, because we're all absolutely unique. People say, I mean, there are people that are saying that there is a significantly smaller amount of people on the planet than they say there is. I don't know. I've not gone around counting, Nobody really knows. But based on the official figures, there's approximately 8 point something billion people on the planet. And each one of those 8 point whatever billion people are completely and utterly unique. Different DNA, different fingerprints, slightly different personalities, the list goes on. And it doesn't sound possible, really, that many people could all be different. But then you look at snowflakes. In a prolonged, say, 12-hour snowstorm, you're looking at trillions of snowflakes, all completely unique. So yeah, getting back to Jordan Peterson, he said, like I said, depending on the type of person you are, some people are easily, they can go from 0 to 100, with anger or stress or whatever, hate, all of the really powerful negative emotions. They can go from that to that quite easily. Some people, it just takes a lot of pushing, and they're the kind of people that, you put, when they finally get there, stand back, take cover. And then you've got people in between. But everyone has a darkness, going back to the yin yang. Everyone has a darkness inside them, but you know, a certain amount of people will be innately good. So they're in the white with the black dot. And then you've got evil, twisted bastards out there that, you know, you would struggle to find that white dot in their blackness. So that anger, that rage, sense of revenge, and just all of the negative, really powerful negative emotions that humans have. He said, so let's call that the monster, because that's what he calls it. He says that you should reach down as far as you need to go to find that monster within. Find that monster, that evil, twisted bastard that's lurking somewhere inside your soul. And then learn to tame it. And that is balance. That's perfect balance. Got a right dry mouth, you know. I've just been on one all day and not really hydrated much. So I've come out. It was spitting my rain, so I thought I'd put my waterproof jacket on. The rain stopped as soon as I got to the entrance of the canal. You know, it's just typical, you know. Had a lot of rain, a lot of grey skies. Girls, this way. Just needed to, normally with oncoming cyclists I can just get them to, sometimes they're a bit stubborn, but I can usually get them to stand in one position until a cyclist has passed. Well, that guy was on an electric bike and he must have been easily doing 20 odd miles an hour, you know, just a twat, not taking into account anything that might get in his way in the dark. So, getting back to war. In fact, do you know what? We'll talk about war in another video and we'll have a little bit of a deep dive on that. Yeah, I'm not subscribed to this particular channel. I'm not sure why. I don't really gel with it. I don't know why. I've got no idea. Because I do believe that this is the funky prepper. Yeah, I'm in a bit of an information sharing group, and someone posted his, I think it must have been his last video. Yeah, I'm not subscribed just because I just don't feel chemistry there, you know. Chemistry can apply to people face to face or screen to screen, you know. So yeah, I don't feel any chemistry with this channel. But every now and then, one of his videos will just pop up, and I'll have a little bit of a listen. And if I'm, you know. But yeah, what our country is turning into. Now, I don't live near a mosque. I don't believe that there is a mosque in my town. And as towns go, I would say it's a small to medium-sized town, but like smack bang in between Nottingham and Derby, so there's not much space in between, really. But I do have 2 hotels within probably about a 10-minute walk, maybe a bit more if you're chilled, from my front doorstep, and they're being emptied in July. So I've got no idea where they're going. Probably, I don't know if anyone's watched the video that I left in the community section. It was a Resistance GB YouTube interview with Andrew Bridgen, and yeah, I did know quite a bit about what he said, but I did learn 1 or 2 things that I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, if you get the chance to watch that. It's very interesting, very insightful, and yeah, I think he might actually be a good guy. I just scrutinise the shit out of everyone and everything all the time. It's exhausting. But yeah, the Zephyr, this way. Yeah, the Funky Prepper, girls, stop, just stay, wait. The Funky Prepper did a video, and he showed a few clips. Again, he's Zephyr. Yeah, I think he's a little bit, or a lot more careful about what he puts out, how he puts it out, blah, blah, blah. He's definitely a lot more careful than I am. But I think to a large degree, you know, he's got quite a lot of subscribers. YouTube is probably his main, if not one of his incomes. So again, suckling. I nearly sold. In fact, I sold about 70% of all of my belongings because I'd secured a bank loan. I mean, I'd say this is what, 60 foot in stunning condition. Yeah, I sold almost everything I had, and then bought a low powered washing machine. I got rid of all the jewel cases for my CDs and just put them in wallets. I downsized everything. Secured a loan in principle with the bank, and then got a marine mortgage in principle, ready, set up and ready. But I just couldn't find, there was just no spaces in any of the marinas that were in and around where I worked at the time. And then I met my beautiful wife, and she was, you know, there's just no way you're going to be able to fit that amount of shoes and handbags onto a boat. So it never happened, and the rest is history. But yeah, I was almost a captain of a ship, living on the water, which is where I feel the most calm, near water. Whether it's, you know, a river, a lake, a pond, a sea, whatever. I love it. I think most people do. This talk of, I do think that I've lost my thread on what I was talking about. I do apologise. It's been one of those days. Yeah, this talk of conscription, I mean, I just don't think it's going to work in this country. Putin doesn't want a full-scale war. He just wants all these disgusting rodents to fuck off from circling his country. And I'd be the same. Oh yeah, the Funky Prepper. Yeah, he was showing clips of marchers and all in the UK, you know, main cities. I think this summer is going to be like the polar opposite of the summer of love. And who knows if we'll even get to a pointless election. Who knows? Right, I'm nearly home. It was just a bit of a chat really. And yeah, I'll do a video on pole flip this way. Pole flip, no, wrong house. Try not to give my location away. This way, come on. Yeah, I'll do it. Sorry, I just lost focus there for a second. A guy just appeared with two dogs. Yeah, it's not a rocket science. There's a log that she brought home. She did have a bit of a collection. She just drops them off here and then goes in. Yeah, it's not really it's not rocket science. But it's unique to my setup of my house and my home. But I will go through it with you and what I think it's going to be like afterwards. Other catastrophes that would go with a pole flip, other than the potential for, you know, biblical floods. Anyway, I'm waffling now. I'm going to go in. Much love and ciao for now.